What's going on, guys? It's Zoe with No Days Off DFS here to bring you another NBA preseason slate breakdown for the 5-game NBA slate. We kind of got a sweet spot of games right here. 5 games is normally the sweet spot when it comes down to NBA DFS. Pretty decent, nice size slate, not too big, not too small. Decent options for you to choose from, everything of the sorts, and hopefully we can treat this like a regular season slate and cash out. So, if you guys are new here and you guys haven't done so already, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the content we're putting out over here on the channel, and drop a like on this video if it's helping you in any way, shape, or form. If you guys are looking for NBA player pool, core, props, things like that, check the link down in the description below for the Patreon. I drop all my stuff over there on the Patreon. It's only $10. I promise you, you make it back within your first week. Besides getting my content, you're getting everyone else's content over here. BK, he puts out a lot of hockey stuff right now. Still got the WNBA going on. He's putting out that stuff. We got guys that do golf, esports, anything under the sun, you got it. We even got sports betting and things like that. So definitely pretty good bang for your buck for $10. All right, so moving into, we'll do a recap of yesterday. Yesterday wasn't too bad. I will admit, Tyrese Maxey getting injured, back spasms coming out, really didn't hurt too much because he was chalk. So that's where playing chalk really kind of helps. But I mean, everyone, if you didn't play Tyrese Maxey, then I want to understand, why did you fade him? Because no Embiid, no Harden, that was a good play. Then of course DeAndre Melton. I was at work, so I kind of missed that news about Melton starting. I liked Melton, even though, you know, if you watched the video yesterday, I talked about him coming off the bench. He would probably be one of the guys I would look to off the bench. But him starting, that kind of would have been like, oh, you can get a little bit different if you would have went Melton, and then it would let you maybe pay up or pay something different, like in the later game, get like a D book or something like that, just to be different on the slate. Come off of the Melton chalk in GPPs if you wanted to do something really crazy and different, it would let you do that. Unfortunately, I missed that news, and if you got Melton was like the highest scoring fantasy point person yesterday, 50 plus fantasy points. It was crazy. All the defensive stats that he racked up were ridiculous. But I mean, you know, I don't hate on it. Pretty good for the fact that he was actually able to do that. So I mean, that's that. But other than that, Scoot Henderson, I'll tell you right now, going into the season, if he's going up against a team that knows how to draw fouls, he's going to be hard to play. 110%. He's going to be very hard to play because the kid picks up fouls left and right. It is ridiculous the amount of fouls that he picks up, and his production was shit. Honest shit. And if you went to Shaden Sharp over Scoot, which kind of, I guess at this point probably should be the idea, depending on the matchup, definitely you did way better if you went that route right there, in a sense. But overall, wasn't too bad. Props that I gave out inside the Discord and that I had mentioned, they all those had cash yesterday, so hopefully we can keep that rolling. I've been refreshing the board. I haven't seen anything yet, so I'm going to mention some props in this video as I'm going through it. If they pop up, they pop up while I'm doing it. I might just try to pause the video and go try to drop some of those, but definitely just pay attention to it. Really, like I said, we could possibly halfway treat this like a regular season slate, because some of these teams, this is their second to last game or their last game versus actual NBA talent. So maybe they actually will run their starters. And if we get these low lines like a 12.5, 11.5, things like that, and you know players got the high usage of shooting, you're going to want to take the over on a couple of those props, especially over here on Prize Picks, where all they're offering is point props. And then over on Underdog, I mean, they got the PRA and stuff like that, but I haven't really dabbled too much in that, only a little bit. But anyway, if you guys don't have a PrizePicks account, check the link down in the description below so you can get that deposit match bonus and join me over here on PrizePicks. Same thing for Underdog and all these other prop sites. Any promo and stuff is down inside the description. Same thing for DraftKings. You don't have an account for the King, join me over here on DraftKings, man. Don't waste your time on FanDuel. DraftKings is where it's at. All right, so starting out over here, looking at the slate, we got the Pelicans taking on the Orlando Magic. For the Pelicans, this should be their last preseason game. And then for the Magic, I want to say this is their last game against actual NBA talent. So I would expect both teams to actually come out and play. Yep, Orlando, it's going to be the last game actually playing against actual NBA talent. Their next game is going to be against the Flamingo. So really not too sure who the heck that even is. And then Orlando, this is, for the Pelicans, this is their last actual game against real NBA players. So with that being said, I would expect the Pelicans, I've already read some quotes that Willie Green, he's talking to his performance staff, whatever. They're not going to play 30 minutes, but they're going to play more minutes. And looking at what they did in their last game, I want to say they played a little bit into the 20s last game for the Pelicans. Yeah, 25-ish minutes. So like he said, the only way up you can go would be closer to 30. So maybe about 28 minutes for these guys in this slate right here. Nonetheless, I mean, all of them, the main key guys, Zion, BI, CJ, all those guys are going to be in play. If you want to take a stab at someone like Jonas Valanciunas, you can, but There's other centers that we can actually get to on the slate, not necessarily needed right there, but it's going to really just be these main guys: Zion, Bi, CJ McCollum. CJ is probably going to be the lower one out of all of them. More people will flock to Zion or Bi just because of who they are, the names, and everything like that. Out of the group, Bi will be my favorite going into this matchup versus them. And then off the bench, you could always look to Kara Lewis would be who I would expect, because Jose Alvarado, he is still should be out Monday. Jose will play healthy. Okay, yeah. So Alvarado, he's still out. So we can still look to players off the bench like Kara Lewis, Hawkins. Those guys will be decent plays that we could look to. Let me make sure Hawkins didn't get. Yeah, Hawkins is still there. So both of those guys would be something that you look to. Dyson Daniels, of course, we know he's going to run that backup point as well for them. Looking at their last game, what did Dyson Daniels? 23 minutes, 9-4. Yeah. So Dyson Daniels, Hawkins, Kara Lewis, these would be the main guards and stuff that I would actually look to off the bench. For the forwards, not really going to mess with any of those things like that. But yeah, of course, main three for the Pelicans definitely in play right here. And now if the props come out, if they put CJ McCollum at like that 11, 12 points again, don't mind taking the over on that. That would be a lean play that I don't mind. And then Zion, he really hasn't had like the big scoring game that I expect for him. He dropped 16 finally in that last game. I want to say it was like the first two games, it was just like really poor for him. He should definitely be able to get to the rim and do what he wants. I know that Wendell Carter Jr. can pick up plenty of fouls and stuff like that, for sure. So Zion, do not mind if they actually say his prop is like 12.5 to comfortably 14.5 would be about as high as I would go for Zion, simply because he should be able to score at will, definitely get to the free throw line in this matchup. And if you want to take a stab over on underdog, he's not really rebounding too much. I really don't think I've seen him rebound quite that well so far in the preseason, so wouldn't take a stab at his PRA, but definitely his points would be one that I would look at. Yeah, I would just only take his points. Take his points would be the only one I would take for Zion. All right, going over to the Orlando Magic. Same thing for them. It's going to be their main guys. I would imagine their last game, how many minutes did they play? They played 20 minutes. So this should definitely be like their 24, 25 minute game that they actually play here in the spot. So Paolo, France, Markel Fultz, Suggs, all these guys, they're going to actually play the minutes. To me, the better player on the Magic is France, but everyone likes Paolo. I understand it. I get it. I think Paolo's going to have his hands full out there trying to guard Zion. They did play already once earlier in the preseason, and even Paolo, he said he's a handful trying to guard him and deal with him. Paolo didn't have a bad game, 12.6 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals. France only played 15 minutes, but still didn't have a bad scoring day, 4 of 6, pretty efficient from the field. Don't mind messing around going there. To either one of these guys. To me, France is the better player to me. So that's a little bit biased right there with it. But France, Paolo, either one of those guys definitely in play. Wendell Carter Jr., I don't hate it, don't mind it, but not really something that I feel like you have to go to. You definitely look at at Fultz if you want to mess with that. Suggs, he's out there. He's kind of a 3-and-D-ish guy, but Fultz, he's going to have the ball in his hand more often. Then going to the bench, nobody really pops out to me off of the bench at all for the Magic. It's really just going to be the main starters if I'm messing with anything over here for the Magic. Because like I said, I expect for them to play 24, 25-ish minutes here in this position. How many minutes are they actually giving their rookie Anthony Black? Where's Black at? 18 minutes. He really hasn't done too much. So yeah, not even going to mess with nobody off the bench. Yeah, it's just going to be those main guys. Paolo, France, Fultz be the main guys you look to. And then if you want to take a stab at, say, like, I'd take France, his points, if they ever drop that on the prices board, wouldn't mind taking the over on that one right there. It's also Taco Tuesday, guys. So if you guys don't have an account over here on Prize Picks, right now the taco today is Aaron Nola over 4.5 pitching strikeouts. His original line was at 5.5. Don't know how the heck he won, but go over there, take the over on the taco, make your Taco Tuesday play, and hopefully you can cash out. You can bet about $25 on the tacos, and yeah, I mean, put it in power 2, power 3, flex 4, flex 5, flex 6, whatever you want to do, and try to win it out. Like I said, if you guys don't got a Prize Picks account, check the link in the description below so you guys can get that deposit match bonus. Join me over here on Prize Picks. All right, going over here to the New York taking on the Boston Celtics. This one right here should be another ramp-up game that we get. Again, I really kind of just hate messing with New York. We've seen over the last couple games, they've slowly ramped up minutes for Brunson. This last game, he went out there, he played 14 minutes. So Brunson should definitely hit the 20-minute mark finally. Definitely should see 20 minutes here in the spot. So play, not really too interested. RJ Barrett, I don't really think he's going to go out there and have another scoring night like that. A lot of it was him getting to the line. Now, unless he's going to go out there and get Brown and Tatum into foul trouble, because those are going to be the main two guys that are going to guard him. Don't really see that happening. Mitch Robinson, so. I mean, you can take advantage of Al Horford out there, but not something I'd go to. Randall, you're going to have your handfuls trying to deal with Porzingis. The whole Boston team actually is good defenders now. is if I'm being real. Like this is going to be an actual good defensive team. Boston, same thing for them. They should actually run their starters pretty decent. I know that they sat the main guys last time. Brown and Tatum did not play, so I would expect Brown and Tatum to actually play in this game. And of course, as you can just tell, Brown and Tatum would be the main two guys that you want to get from Boston. I don't mind KP. I do like Kristaps Porzingis and how he looks with this team and the offense, and the fact that they are looking for him to take those shots, especially what he can do stretching the floor. I like that. Right now, it looks like they are really content in running this double big lineup with Porzingis and Al Horford out there as their main two plays for it. So I mean, it's not bad. He's not necessarily playing against Mitchell Robinson. He should be out there going up against Julius Randle, and he's had decent games going up against New York for his career. We already know that was his original team that drafted him, and all the jazz. But going back over here to New York, definitely RJ Barrett. I really don't think that he's going to repeat that performance that he had the other day. I'm off of mostly almost all the Knicks. Only one I would take a stab on would be Jalen Brunson. If you're going to tell me he's going to actually go out there and play about 24ish minutes, I would love that if they actually ramp him up to that. Go right back to Quick. If you're scared, worried about what he did the last game, okay, put it in the trash. It's DFS. We do this shit every day. Go right back to Iman quickly. Not bad. And I will keep on saying it. I said it last time that Evan Fournier, he said he's on a mission for the season to show that he can bring something to this team. And he's been showing it through the preseason. No lie. He has shown it in every single game they've played. Another cheap play that you can go to would be Evan Fournier over here on that side. Really do not mind that. Where is he at? Evan Fournier, he is priced at 4,100. So that's some cheap value right there. You can actually go to. Do not mind going down there to him at all. Over here for the Boston side, I already talked about it. Al Horford, not really messing with that. KP, do like him. Jaylen Brown, Tatum, both of them are in play for me. Yeah, they've been rested for quite some time. They should definitely play probably close to 28 minutes in this game. So both of them definitely in play. I'd go. The masses always go Tatum over Brown, but I will say Brown. This is hard, man. It's really a coin flip between the two. Tatum has the uses. Brown, if you make him go left, he can't do shit. He can't really score or anything like that. But I mean, I could see him actually just coming out here and lighting it up if he actually wanted to. Let's look and see. I know. Put him on total poll. It's gonna be Tatum, KP, Brown is what I'll say. Now, if you reverse that line, you're probably gonna get the better of the mix up. Let's see. They actually played the Knicks already. And in that game, of course, Boston starters did not play again. God dang. Missoula, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, dude, because you have not been playing your guys. All right, first game, yeah, Jaylen Brown, 26. I mean, they both did decent in their first actual preseason game. So, I mean, I'll go Brown for the savings. I don't mind it at all. If his shot's falling, he's going to have a decent game and they're playing at home. So, I mean, it's preseason. Shouldn't matter. But Brown, don't mind it. Tatum, KP is I mean, just 7,500 the price. He can score, rebound, and play defense. If you're going to tell me I'm going to get about 24, 28 minutes of KP, I love that. Don't mind that. It would be the cheaper one of the three. And like I said, they're trying to get him involved in the offense out there for them. So really do like KP right here in the spot. And then off the bench, of course, we already know Peyton Pritchard. That's our guy. We'll go to him continuously. He's going to be coming in playing. He is legit coming in playing the backup point position. That is his role position that he is playing this season. They have said that through training camp, and they have shown it. Peyton Pritchard, Banton, both these two guys, pretty much your backup guards that you're going to see coming out there. So don't mind either or. All right, Toronto taking on Chicago. I have not seen a lick of split, a squad of nothing for Toronto at all. No news. Cannot find anything. But if I got to assume, of course, should be, starters and stuff as normal, like everybody else. The last game that Toronto played, they played against the Carnets or whoever the fuck they are. So that was on Sunday. Their starters in that game, they went out there, they only played 17-ish minutes. So this game, hopefully they ramp them up to like 24-ish, 25-ish minutes. That would not be bad. Going up against the Kings, I mean, in that first game, they actually went out there, they played their starters 20 minutes in that game. So hopefully we can get up to the 25, 28 minutes mark in this game for the preseason matchup. Here, for Toronto, going up against the Bulls, do not mind Scotty Barnes. We already know he's going to have the ball in his hands. He is pretty much a point forward out there. Definitely his rebounding, all that upside he has. I like that for him. Don't mind Scotty. Pascal Siakam, he's pretty much the lead on this team. You want to take a stab at Scordier, don't mind that, but really not too interested. Gary Trent Jr., 2-scoring reliant for me. OG Anunoby, he goes there, plays hard defense. Definitely can get you those peripheral stats and the defensive stats for OG. Always goes lowly, looked, and under-owned. Don't mind looking there. If you're going to tell me Poto will play going up against Vooch defense, he's a pretty good fantasy point per minute producer himself as well. In that game going up against the Kings, what'd you do out there, Poto? Got in foul trouble. Not shit. Damn, that sucks, Poto. That really does suck. Go see in this game right here. Poto didn't even play. They went out there. They were on Bouchard at center. So yeah, really just Siakam, Scotty be the main two guys I'd look at. They seem to be doing a lot for the team. I do like Scotty Barnes quite a bit, 6,500, nice, decent price. Good matchup. Should be matched up against Zach LaVine out there. Siakam, he's going to be dealing with DeMar DeRozan. Or they might start Patrick Williams. Either way, but Scotty Barnes value 6,500, nice price for him. Do not mind him here in the spot. Yeah, like I said, he has the upside with the assists and the rebounding that he does, and can play some defense. So don't mind that on that side. For the Bulls, again, this is going to be the selfishness in me because I'm going to the Bulls game if starters are playing on this Thursday. So they rested their starters on Sunday. Doubt they do that again today. Maybe they play them. Hopefully these last two games will be like ramp up regular season type stuff for them. Okay, of course in play, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, both of those, you can look to those, do not mind them at all. Kobe White will probably be the guy. He got to play on Sunday. I'll be interested to see if they rest him. If they rest Kobe, that'll be interesting to see who they actually want to go ahead and put into the starting lineup for Kobe White. Because they still don't have Alex Caruso. He's dealing with a knee injury. Didn't play Sunday preseason game. Nuggets won't make his next contest, most Bills memorization. So it'll be interesting to see if Caruso is going to play. Maybe Kobe White. They rest him or something like that since he did play. But he is a young guy, so wouldn't mind Kobe out there. I'm not too scared of score their defense. But DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, those are going to be your main two guys that you're going to look at. Zach LaVine, I'll take him over DeRozan. DeRozan. If you guys ever watched the NBA or paid attention last season, DeRozan always would not get going until the second half of games. All the time. And with the fact of the minutes and the load that they're actually playing, I will take Zach LaVine over DeMar DeRozan. Like, point blank period. That's how I will view that right there. You can definitely take a chance on Patrick Williams, especially if he's going to actually get to go. And Terry would be another one that I would actually consider. And Taylor, those guys would be it. But those are just like plays, not really something I want to go to. Really just going to be Zach LaVine over here for me. And if Kobe White starts, I don't mind him at all. All right, going over to the Bucks, taking on my OKC Thunder. If you're going to tell me Giannis is going to play at least 20-ish minutes, 25 minutes here in the spot, he only played the first half going up against the Bulls. Not the Bulls, going up against the Lakers last time for the Bucks, and in that game 16 points, 2 blocks, 8 rebounds in 15 minutes. He only played 15 minutes. Now of course I doubt that they're going to run him out there anything crazy, but going up against my Thunder, Giannis will have a field day. I mean, I don't care that we got Chet back, but that's not going to really do too much. And my boy J-Dub, he ain't going to be able to contain Giannis. He wasn't able to do it last year. So Giannis, if he's going to actually play into the second half, I will take Giannis. He'll be the best spend up on the slate. Going to be battling for that with Joker, with the Joker, depending on what we get for the Denver game. But definitely honest, do not mind that at all. Damian Lillard in his debut for the Bucks went out there, 14 points, 4 steals, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. Don't hate that at all. Not really going to pay $9,800 for him on the slate. I don't really see the need to. Brook Lopez, not too interested right there. Middleton, but for the bench, I will look to go into Beauchamp once again, especially if Giannis is going to be limited or anything like that. And we're going to be expecting some more minutes and stuff for the forwards. Beauchamp, he came in there. He looked really good in the limited minutes that he actually got going out there. 8 points, steal, block, assists, 4 rebounds. I know he's going to be in the rotation. Look really good out there, and don't mind that. If we're going to imagine that Giannis doesn't play in the second half, Bobby Portis, another one that we can actually go to. He's going to actually get his burn and run. And then Cameron Payne looks like he is truly going to be that backup point position for them. And look at what he did going up against the Lakers. 12 points, 7 assists, 1 steal. We know that he was a pretty good assist and playmaker when he was playing with the CP3 and the Suns. Looked really well over there. So it looks like that's going to tie over coming over here. I don't mind going out here to a Cameron Payne, 5,200. That's also price. I would rather just come down here, maybe go down here to a Beauchamp or a Pat Connaughton if I had to choose coming down over here. But really, biggest thing is going to be if we get word about Giannis, that's going to be really, really big for me over here. Going over here to my OKC Thunder, they are expecting for this game for them to ramp up to like a regular rotation for us. So that to me, and I'm reading, read some stuff over here for the Thunder, been going through some stuff. Really one of the only teams I actually was able to find some kind of information on. With that being said, I would imagine that our starters are going to play into the third quarter. They've, done so sporadically throughout the preseason. Starting lineup is legit what you're seeing right here. Shea, Chet, Giddey, Dort, J-Dub. That is going to be the starting lineup. Wallace, he stubbed his toe last game. I wouldn't expect him to play. I doubt that they would push him if he's coming in with a questionable tag. Either way, he's playing off the bench. Kendrick Williams, I want to say he had back spasms or something was going on with his back. So possibly we don't see Kendrick Williams. And then Alexis Postefi, he's been dealing with injury anyway. Isaiah Joe, this one's actually new to me. Okay, he was only rested, so backup rotation should definitely still be able to see some Jalen Williams, the other one. Definitely some Isaiah Joe, Trey Mann, Usman Jang. Usman Jang, again, they are very high on him and what they've been seeing from him. They love what they're seeing and what they're getting from him. So Us will probably be one of the main guys I would look to off the bench. Do not mind that for him at all. But this is going to mainly be the starters I'm going to actually want to focus on and pay attention to. Don't mind Chet. I know going up against the Bucks, he definitely get himself into foul trouble, but he's probably going to be one of the better people to be able to block and contain with Giannis getting to the rim. I'm not going to say he's not going to get bodied. I'm not saying that at all. He will get bodied. He will get destroyed. But do not mind going to a chat. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, you can go ahead and play that. Not scared of Damian Lillard defense. They really don't have anybody that's going to scare me on this Bucks starting lineup for their defense. Beasley, he's all right, but Shai actually can overpower him, and I want to say he actually has had pretty good games going up against Beasley when he was playing against him when he played for the Jazz. I want to say that's who he played for this season, last season, Jazz or the Lakers. Either one of those two teams that he was actually on. Do not mind that. Giddey, Dort, don't chase the hype. That last game that he had, that was literally because he was in Montreal, and I said that it was going to be a narrative game for Dort, and he went out there. He actually delivered in that game. But Giddey, Chet, Shai, do not mind them. Jalen Williams, he's going to, I don't know. I just feel like he's going to have a hard time in this matchup going up against Giannis, trying to defend that, contain that, and actually go out here and play. But if Giannis only plays a half, maybe he can go out there and do some damage in a second. But really, it's just going to be Shai, Giddey, Chet for me. And if I'm ranking them, of course, I could really just kind of set the order. Shai, Chet, Giddey right there. All right, going over here to the Denver Nuggets, I would imagine that they finally ramp up these starters. We get some third quarter burner run for them. Looking at them, last game starters did go and they played into the third period, so hopefully we get much of the same here today. If that's going to be the case, going up against the Los Angeles Clippers, I'm not scared of Russell Westbrook defense or anything like that. Jamal Murray, that's going to be my guy I'm going to go to. Jamal Murray and the Joker, both of them, they lead the team. They do what they got to do. Both of those guys are going to be primarily firmly in play. If you're going to tell me the Joker's going to go out here and play 28 minutes, like I said, that's going to contend with Giannis as which one are you going to spend up for? And I am going to spend up for the Joker just for the upside that this man has. I understand Giannis, yes, he's going to go out there. He has a really cake matchup going up against my Thunder. There's no way that they actually can be able to contend to deal with that. But the Joker, if he's going to have more of the secured minutes and the usage rate that he actually has in this, I'll take him all day, every day. But Joker, Jamal Murray, both of those guys in play. Not mess with Aaron Gordon. Michael Porter Jr., he's dealing with the injury. Off of the bench, Schroeder, Tyson, be two guys I would still go right back to. Been going to them all preseason. And Tyson actually helped me in the last preseason game that they were on in regards to cashing. So really that's going to be it for the Nuggets. And then over here for the Clippers, I would expect that, I want to say Ty said he's going to actually treat this like a regular season rotation or something for them. Hold on, let me see if I can't find that. All right, so I didn't find what I was looking for in regards to it, but everyone is available for the Clippers, and they're also going to be starting Nicholas Batum at the 4 for them. Either way, that really doesn't matter to me. But Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Russell Westbrook. Of course, if I'm ranking these guys, it's going to be Kawhi, Paul George would be the main two guys that you want to go to and get to. And then Bones off the bench. Bones, this is also, the Nuggets came out and talked some smack in regards to why they traded him. So definitely do like some Bones here in this position at 4,400. No, he's going to go out there and chuck. And I mean, the kid, he's a good sniper whenever he gets out there and gets going. But definitely Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, if they're going to actually ramp them up and play them into the second period, second half, you definitely do have some decent studs right here that you can pay up for in regards to those two. Westbrook, from just watching what he did in the first preseason game and just looking at him in practice, looks like he is definitely embracing the facilitator role, and it looks like a lot of the action, of course, only from what I've seen in the workouts and stuff, is that they're getting Kawhi Leonard to his spots and getting him open. So definitely do have a lot of interest in Kawhi. Paul George, do not mind him as well. He's looked pretty decent throughout the preseason. And then, of course, Bones Highland off the bench would be the other guy I would definitely look to if they're running an actual regular season rotation. And if you want to take a chance coming out here to punt ass Nicholas Batum, who we do know is going to start at 4, go ahead. You could try it, but he's old, dusted, busted, can't be trusted. I'm not messing with that. All right, guys, that's going to be the breakdown. No, this was kind of a bit long, but it is an actual 5-game slate, and expect these to get longer as the slates get bigger. I will, if you guys want shorter videos, let me know down in the comment section. I will make these much shorter if you do not like me actually going through team by team and going over each team in regards to who to look at, scenarios and things like that. I will cut all that shit out, and I will just legit go through, hey, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Russell Westbrook, that's what you want. Those would be the best plays right there. Kawhi Leonard, top of the list for me right there on that one. New York Knicks, looking at there, I really don't like anybody over here from this team, but if I had to take somebody beating mine quickly off the bench for the Chicago Bulls, if you guys want breakdown like that, let me know. I will give you that. But if you actually want me to talk in depth, actually go over stuff, just, follow me on that one right there. All right, with that being said, that's gonna be it for me. Definitely follow the socials, follow the Patreon if you guys are trying to get plays, player pool, all that stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and start working on that stuff now so I can get that out to you guys in time. If news drops and comes out, definitely pay attention to Twitter and inside the Discord. I will go over stuff. If you guys ask me questions, I try my best to answer everything. Talk to me down in the comment section here. I will also answer those questions here as best as I can. That's gonna be it for your boy. I am out.